We're going to tell you about a very remarkable young girl. Her full name is Alexandra Scott, but everyone called her Alex. Her family was about to celebrate her first birthday when they got terrible news. Alex had neuroblastoma, a form of cancer that would eventually take her life. How she faced the cancer and the legacy she left behind is as amazing as it is inspiring. Jackie tells us more.
We don't like to think about it, but kids do get cancer. In fact, it's the deadliest disease kids face. Neuroblastoma is one of the rarest forms of cancer, and often the survival rates are high, but not always. That's why doctors and scientists are trying so hard to find a cure for neuroblastoma and all cancers. But finding a cure takes money, lots of it, and that's where our story begins.
Alex Scott was a young girl with a big dream. While battling neuroblastoma cancer, she still worked hard to raise money and awareness for pediatric cancer by holding lemonade stands.
I raise money
For what?
cancer research
And why is that important to you?
because it's helping people.
Our mission is to change the lives of children with cancer. And we want to do that through funding really innovative research. We want to support families as they go through treatment with cancer. And we want to empower people everywhere.
I think Alex's vision was a day when no more kids died from cancer. A lot of people don't realize it, but childhood cancer takes the lives of more kids in the United States than any other disease.
In June of 2000, she was now 4.5, she started mentioning having a lemonade stand. And I put her off and said things like, when you're feeling better. She turned to me one day and said, we still haven't had my lemonade stand. And I said, what do you want to buy so badly that you need to have this lemonade stand? She said, I'm not keeping the money, I'm giving it to my doctors so they can help kids the way they helped me. That I thought, how cute. She thinks she's going to cure cancer with a lemonade stand. And I told her, you're going to raise $5 or $10. And she said, I don't care, I'll do it anyways. Well, she raised $2,000 that day. When I said to her at the end of the day, what did you think about your lemonade stand? She said, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. We learned that Alex had what they suspected was neuroblastoma, but certainly that she had a tumor that was malignant growing on her spine just a couple days before she turned 1. And it was this feeling of absolute panic, like this can't be happening.
A lot of people don't know it, but Alex was paralyzed during one of the surgeries for her cancer from the chest down. Over years of physical therapy, she regained movement, but she never regained feeling in her legs.
And she worked for years to learn how to walk with braces and a walker and eventually without braces, but she could never run. At the end of her life, when she was with us and not with us at the same time, she said, help me get over that wall so I can run. So I thought that was a pretty amazing visual for her to think that where she was going to get over that wall, she would then be able to run. She had never been able to run. She turned to me one day and asked what we were doing with all the money that she was raising. And I said, we're giving it to your hospital. And she said, well, what are they doing with it? And I said, well, they're using it to research neuroblastoma, thinking this would be something she would be really excited about. And she said, that is so selfish. And even then, I was going to say, I don't care, because in my mind, there was a chance maybe we could find a cure for her. And before I could get the words out, she said, all kids want their tumors to go away. We should be giving money to all different hospitals for all kids. And my eyes filled with tears because she was right. And I felt like a really small person to need a 6-year-old to tell me that there were a lot of kids like her who needed help. This wasn't about curing her. This was about something much bigger and about changing things for other kids.
I've been wanting to raise money for them for a while. Just
That was
because,
my idea.
right.
When life gives you lemons, make lemonade.
When Alex was 8 years old, she passed away. But she left behind a living memorial. Alex's lemonade stands have become famous. The little girl who wanted to help other kids fight cancer raised more than $1 million. And money is still being raised, one glass of lemonade at a time. For Teen Kids News, I'm Jackie.